Hi guys, I'm finally back. Dazzie's Top 20 Selling Comic Books of the Week, episode 212. And today I will be discussing the best-selling comic books on eBay for the week ending the 25th of November 2022. Now, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics. And they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always guys, let's find out if you can beat me. It's really not difficult. But before we continue, if I could perhaps ask you for a subscription, a like, a share, a comment, ding that bell for notifications. It all really helps my low grade productions. Okay, starting in at number 20 on our list. And of course, James Gunn has moved in over at DC. And all DC books are now starting to rise in value when it comes to the keys. And there's been a lot of rumours circulating the character of Lobo. Yeah, Jason Momoa has been attached to the character, and he wouldn't deny that he would be playing him. Which, now I think he would be a fantastic Lobo, but he's already Aquaman, so I don't know, guys. Of course, Lobo was a character that appeared on screen in live action in the Krypton TV show. Fans are going after Lobo keys, especially as James Gunn posted a picture of Lobo to his Mastodon decentralized social media service. Number 20 on our list is a book from 1990. It is Lobo's first mini-series, number 1. There we go, guys. There is your book. Number 20 on our list is Lobo, number 1. What numbers did this book do? Well, it sold 24 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 112%, with a high sell CGC 9.8 copy going for $195. Raws in the very fine range on average now set you back $11. Okay, number 19 on our list. Here's a book that we haven't seen for a little while, and it comes from 1992, Marvel this time. And it seems like the community really does love the character of Omega Red. It's a character that was been speculated to appear in the MCU, both in WandaVision, I believe, and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV shows. Never materialized, but of course the mutants are coming at some point, and this book, despite being a mass-produced book, always does well. 19 on our list is X-Men, issue number 4, and of course the first appearance of Omega Red, Arkady Grigorovich, a Russian serial killer captured and experimented on by the government. Now, I don't know how many of you know, but he actually had a little cameo of that character in the Deadpool 2 movie in a deleted scene. This book sold 17 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 114%, with a high sell CGC 9.8 going for $160. Raws in the near mint range on average now $24. I've had several copies of these guys. Like I said, mass produced. My best copy, £3 I paid. Number 18 on our list, and of course we are getting the Secret Wars movie. Avengers is going to be amazing, I can tell you that much. This book has been getting a lot of heat because of it. Of course, we had the symbiote from Tom Hardy's Venom left behind, didn't we, in the last Spider-Man movie. Where will it lead? People seem to think this. Number 18 on our list from 1984, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 8. The origin of the black symbiote costume that becomes Venom. Second appearance of Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter. Now, Spider-Man's new black costume is explained as an alien costume in this issue. Now, Spider-Man's black costume first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man issue 252, Marvel Team Up 141, and Spectacular Spider-Man issue 90, which were all published in May of 1984, 7 months before the release of this issue in December. However, in Marvel's continuity, the events in this book take place before the other books. I have the Amazing Spider-Man 252. At some point I'll pick up the others, but I'm not paying big money for it. I actually won this copy, said it before, from Joker68, great YouTuber from across the pond in one of his competitions. This book though sold 14 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 104. Sold with a 7-day trend of plus 91%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for a very respectable $700, and a current pricing for a very fine raw copy will set you back a whopping $168. So a great book for me to pick up for free. Okay, number 17 on our list, and of course we lost the late great William Hurt in the MCU recently, and he has been replaced by one of my favourite actors, and that is of course Han Solo's Harrison Ford, who we'll be seeing soon in the next indie movie. When it comes to the character of Thaddeus Ross, who William Hurt played and now Harrison Ford, you have to think of the Red Hulk. Number 17 on our list from 2008 is Hulk, issue number 1, guys. The first appearance of the Red Hulk, General Thaddeus Ross, but only on the cover of this issue. I really like issue 2 because it's his first full appearance, and you get the first appearance of A-Bomb as well, which I own. It's also the death of the Abomination. Of course, there's Emil Blonsky. This is the regular Ed McGuinness cover. Again, I've had several of these over the years. This book sold 17 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 97%, with a high sale CGC 9.8, going for a very nice $341.99. And in current rules on the near mint range, on average now, $79. Wow, I remember selling these for about a tenner. Paid £1 for this one. Nice copy. Okay, 16 on our list, 1993, and it comes from Image Comics. And when I think of Image Comics, I think of this series. Now, this book features the first appearance of Angela, debuting in Spawn before eventually migrating to Marvel as a sister of Thor. Now, of course, Todd McFarlane has been out recently doing a lot of CGC signings. Number 16 on our list got some renewed love, and that is Spawn, issue number 9, guys. The first appearance of Caligostro, first appearance of Medieval Spawn, first appearance of Gabrielle, but most importantly, the first appearance of Angela, now a Marvel character called Aldrich Ostenstotter. And I have her first appearance in Marvel, which comes in Age of Ultron, book 10, I believe. There's a poster of Angela in this issue as well by Jim Lee. Paid £1.31 for this copy. Cover homage, of course, to Wonder Woman issue 72 from the 80s run. This book sold 14 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 121%, with a high sale CGC 9.6 going for $85. Raws in the near mint range on average will set you back $12 now. I remember where that book was a lot more expensive. Okay, 15 on our list. And the community is still mourning the loss of George Perez, with many opting to pick up some of his most famous works in remembrance, and this has to be one of them. From 1991, we have the Infinity Gauntlet, issue number 1, guys. Again, it's a book I've passed on in the past because the grade was off, or, you know, a bit too pricey. It's a book I'd like to own at some point. Sorry as we focus. But eventually I will snag a copy. This book sold 10 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 172%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $210. Raws in the near mint range on average now will set you back $17. Just a classic Marvel storyline. Okay, number 14 on our list. Of course, we had the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie. I wasn't the biggest fan. I've spoke about that in the past. And we were introduced to the character of Riri Williams, and I did not like the character at all. We are getting a Riri Williams Ironheart show at some point. Number 14 on our list, guys, is The Invincible Iron Man, issue number 9. And the first full appearance of Riri Williams, who suits up in armour, but not Ironheart armour in this issue. Civil War 2 tie-in. This is the regular Mike Deodato Jr. cover. This book sold 21 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 82%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 copy going for $332. Raws in the near mint range on average now would set you back $87. I sold one a little while ago for 50 odd quid. So yeah, it rings true. 8 quid I paid for this copy, and that was it. The Birmingham Con, November 2018. And of course, if you have Invincible Iron Man number 9, it's always nice to have the book that goes with it. The first cameo appearance of Riri Williams, who later becomes Ironheart, of course. It's also the first appearance of Tomo, an Inhuman who manipulates machinery through technopathy. Okay, so 2 good books. What did I pay for that? Issue 7, £1.34. Happy days. Okay, 13 on our list, and I just spoke about this run. It just keeps going, doesn't it? From 1992, Image Comics, we have number 13 on our list, of course, Spawn. Issue number 1, guys. First appearance of Spawn, it was Albert Francis Al Simmons. First appearance of Mel Boglia, Jason Wynn, Wanda Fitzgerald, Sam and Twitch. Sam and Twitch greenlit for their own Netflix live action show. Pin Up a Pit in this issue, second title ever published by Image Comics. Gorgeous McFarlane artwork. And of course, like I said, he's been out doing signature signings, CGC, recently. There is a new Spawn movie coming at some point, starring Jamie Foxx. I think Jeremy Renner was attached, but of course then he had his accident, so I don't know. This book sold 29 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 103%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $200. Raws in the near mint range now, $28. Like I say, another mass-produced book. Paid £1.31 for this copy. You know, mass-produced book, but that's the only copy I've ever found on my hunts. Come from the legendary car boot comic Tony, who you can see on my YouTube channel. I've got the first Spawn movie in my collection. It's a B-movie special, but see where the next one goes. I'm not the biggest Jamie Foxx fan, I've got to be honest. Okay, number 12 on our list, and of course we've had the cracking news that Hugh Jackman is going to be returning as my favourite Marvel hero, and that is Wolverine. And fans continue picking up the keys, including the first issue in Wolverine's first ongoing series, as the use of the word mutant continues to cause a stir. Number 12 on our list from 1988 is Wolverine, issue number 1, guys. It is a book that, again, I've passed on in the past because it's either been too pricey or the grade has been off. But eventually I will get one because I am such a big Wolverine fan. We know the book, guys. What numbers did this one do? Well, it sold 16 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 102%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 copy going for a very respectable $400. Raws in the near mint range on average now, $57. I can't wait for Deadpool 3. I think it will rival Infinity War and Endgame in the box office. I really do. 2 fantastic characters in Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman brings to life. Okay, number 11 on our list. Now, after it was announced that Daniel Kaluuya would be voicing Spider-Punk in the upcoming Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2099 saw an uptick in sales as well. Fans first caught a glimpse of the futuristic wall crawler, and of course in the end credit scene of the first Spider-Verse, and he's going to be getting a lot more screen time in the second one. Number 11 on our list is Spider-Man, issue 2099. Issue number 1, first full appearance and origin of Spider-Man 2099, who is of course Miguel O'Hara, will be voiced by Moon Knight's Oscar Isaac. Cracking book, a dollar bin book for the longest time. I'm glad it's getting some love. This book sold 25 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 173%, with a high sale, very fine raw copy going for $29. On average now they're settling in at about $22. For a mass-produced book, again, this is the only one I've ever seen. £2.75 for this one in the middle of 2017. It's basically like a local antique centre. Okay, not the worst start for me. Let me know in the comments how many you got, as always. I'm always interested to know how many beat me. Number 10 on our list now, guys. And we've got our first incentive, and it comes from Marvel, and it came from 2022. Yeah. So around about November time, this book was a tough one to find in shops. Therefore, fans of both Gabriel Dell'Otto, who knocked this out of the park, by the way, and Blade had to turn to online sales. Number 10 on our list, guys, is Blade Vampire Nation, issue 1, the Gabriel Dell'Otto 1 in 25 variant incentive. Nice cover, guys. I've told you before, my LCSs don't get in these incentive books. There's your cover. Wesley Snipes by the looks of it on the front there. And we'll keep reading rumours that he may be in the next Blade movie. Of course, it's Mahershala Ali, isn't it? Well, this incentive sold 39 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 55% with a high sale. Raw copy going for $60. Raws in the near mint range on average now, $39. Okay. Now, at first glance, this book features a stunning cover from Art Adams, featuring one of my favourite Star Wars characters, and that is Darth Maul. Yet dig a little deeper, and it also contains the first cameo comic book appearance of Iden Verso. Now, Iden should be familiar to Star Wars video game fans, sorry, as she was a playable character in 2017 Star Wars Battlefront 2, and this helped 20 copies of this 1 in 50 incentive to sell. Number 9 on our list, guys. I don't think too many will have this. Star Wars Hidden Empire, issue number 1, the Arthur Adams 1 in 50 incentive. I love a good Darth Maul cover, and this is one of those. There's your book, guys. What numbers did it do? Because I said it sold 20. Well, like I said, it sold 20 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 113% with a high sale. Raw copy going for $80. Raws currently sitting in the near mint range on average now, $64. Now, it's also worth noting that while only trending at cover price, the standard issue is already the second best selling afterbook of that week, quickly overtaking the first Omega Men issue 3. Okay, number 8 on our list, More Wakanda Forever. Bottom line of that film, it was very hard to replace Chadwick Boseman, wasn't it? They tried their best, and I do like the character of Shuri, but there's something that was lacking from the movie for me. That's not my name where I wanted. I thought the CGI was off as well a lot of the time. The jokes fell flat. There were too many jokes. Didn't like Riri Williams. Number 8 on our list, though. I do like Shuri. And from 2005, we have Black Panther issue number 2. And the first appearance of Shuri, who of course went on to become Black Panther. Great issue. This book sold 25 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 92% with a high sale. CGC 9.8 copy going for $351. Raws in the current in the near mint range currently will set you back $103. Wow! I paid 20 quid for this VF copy in Worcester back in the 2020. Okay, number 7 on our list. Silk getting a lot of love at the moment because there's been an announcement of a TV show, and I think that's coming to Amazon Prime if I'm not mistaken. Number 7 on our list from 2015 is Silk issue number 1, premiere issue of Silk's first solo titled series, I may say. First appearance of Dragonclaw in this one as well. This is the regular Dave Johnson cover. I've had 2 or 3 of these in the past. This book sold 16 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 157% with a high sale. CGC 9.8 copy going for $112. Raws in the near mint range on average now will set you back $35. 35. Number 6 on our list. This book's been hanging around in the top 20 for a little while. Yeah, this first appearance of Notorious B.I.G. in a Marvel comic finally sold out at the Hall. With a confirmed print run of just 3,000 copies, this book has been pure fire. Number 6 on our list is Deadpool, issue 1, the Ken Lashley, the whole Notorious B.I.G. cover. And it's a nice one if you're a fan of that, of B.I.G. Let's go. Okay, what numbers did it do? Because this is a book that's been, like I said, pretty popular for some time now. The book sold 25 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 107% with a high sale for a raw copy going for $80. Currently on average, $65. Yeah, 3,000 print run. Yeah, people like that kind of book. Number 5 on our list, I just spoke about the character of Silk, and recent Silk news of a showrunner in Angela Kang and the series set to premiere on MGM and Amazon Prime has sent Cindy Moon's first appearance of Silk into 5th spot this time round. Number 5 on our list from 2014 is Amazing Spider-Man. Issue number 4, we know the book, guys. The first appearance of Silk, Cindy Moon, a Korean-American girl who was also bitten by the same radioactive spider as Peter Parker. Peter Parker is the original Sin tie-in, regular Humberto Ramos cover. I've had 2 or 3 of these in the past. Made good money, but not this kind of money. This book sold 33 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 119%, with a high sale for a CGC 9.8 copy going for $295 near mints. On average now, the raws are going for $115. I paid £3 for this book at the car boot here in Gloucester. I don't know how many of you know, but the character of Cindy Moon is actually a classmate of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, so effectively in the MCU already. Okay, number 4 on our list. There's an interesting one from 2007. Marvel. Recently leaked and partially speculated news circulated that White Tiger would join the cast of Disney's Daredevil Born Again series. Now, while this makes sense, it's still not determined which iteration. Some sources directly point to the possible casting of Jenny Ortega, also unconfirmed, as Angela Del Toro, which I have, that book. Del Toro's first appearance comes in Daredevil issue 58, and then in full costume in White Tiger issue 1. However, if White Tiger does appear, she could also potentially be playing Ava Ayala, who first appeared in 2011's Avengers Academy issue 20. I also have that book. Now, both books are trending, yet Del Toro's version takes a spot in the top 10. And here it is, number 4 on our list. Like I said, from 2007, White Tiger, issue number 1, guys. There's your book. I've seen the cover in the past. Always passed on it. Might snag one now. That's a charity shop find if I find one. Not paying big money for it. This book sold 16 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 254%, with a high sell CGC 9.8 copy going for $300. Raws in the near mint range on average now will set you back $21. Okay, number 3 on our list. Here's an interesting one, and it comes from Boom Studios. It was recently announced that 20th Century Studios will relaunch John Carpenter's film Escape from New York. Despite pockets of market fatigue, we're still seeing comic books trend for properties whose origins never came from the comic industry. Yet, this 2014 Boom series was the first time in a 1981 film received a comic book adaptation. Number 3 on our list, Escape from New York, issue 1, the Declan Shalvey cover, and that comes from Boom Studios and the year 2014. I remember seeing this one out and about as well. It's now on my radar. Of course, Kurt Russell played the character. Was it Snake Plissant or something like that? But I didn't mind the film. I did not mind the film. And of course, there was a sequel later on, wasn't there? This book sold 14 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 334%, with a high sell raw copy going for $25. Currently, the near mints on average will set you back $15. Number 2 on our list, and we're back to James Gunn and DC. Here's a book I keep looking for, guys. I cannot find this book for love or money. It is always missing. It comes from 1997. We have another James Gunn related spike. Last week, Gunn shared an image of or around about November time, Mr. Terrific on Instagram. There was no additional info, yet this news was enough to dust off Mr. Terrific's first appearance in this issue. Number 2 on our list is Spectre, issue number 54. Yeah, every time I search the Spectre section, this book is missing. It's a big book. It can go for some good coin on a good day. Of course, we had Mr. Terrific in the Arrowverse. I hated the character in the Arrowverse, gotta be honest. But there it is. Arrow was, for me, the show that got me into this hobby, and then it just went downhill after about season 4 or 5. This book sold 60 copies. It sold 27 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 184%, with a high sale CGC 9.6 copy going for $150. Currently, Raws on average in the near mint range, like I said, a pricey book, goes for $65. And we're there. We're at number 1 on our list, and it comes from 1983. It's a book, I said in the past, I picked this up one of the first keys I ever bought, and I left it on a bus in London, and it got handed in. There are still nice people out there, guys. Number 1 on our list is Omega Man, number 3. And like I said, from 1983, the first appearance of Lobo, who is speculated to be being played by Jason Momoa in the James Gunn's new DC universe. Great issue. This is the book that was left on the bus. This is my copy. This is 25 quid I paid for this in October of 2016. Yeah, I only started in 2016. I found another copy for about 3 quid at the Birmingham Con, and I sold it for 50 odd. This book sold 60 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 112%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 copy going for $380. And near mint raw copies now will set you back a very nice $75. Great character, Lobo. Really think he could be the DC's Deadpool, you know, that kind of dark humor. How many did I have this week, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it coming, Daz. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Not bad. Over 50% for Daz. It's a comeback. I'm after Patrick's numbers this week. Take care. Bye. I've got loads to come.